Hey guys, this is Mark from pixelfiendtech.com, and today we are going to be looking at the stock apps in iOS 7 Beta 4. Okay, so I've gone over a lot of the features of iOS and done a walkthrough in my top 5 favourite features and things like that, but I haven't really gone over the apps in depth. So I thought, since this is App Month of course, I will give you a small insight of what it's like using these stock apps. So first of all, we have the Calendar app. Now you can see this nice little design if I just focus in on it here. So you have spot around the day, and then you can flick upwards to scroll through the months, and you could say select a day here and add an event to that day. So that is the basics of the Calendars app. It'll of course give you a notification if you set that event, but there's not much more to go over than that. Now we have the Photos app, so you can see it actually, instead of listing all your photos, lists them by the day it was taken on. And if you go on to the photos, you can see when you touch the screen it goes to that white look, and then you can go edit, and it actually gives you some editing options, which is a nice thing to see. So you can rotate the image, you can do their auto edit, you can choose filters. So if I go onto here, you can see the photo app is actually extremely similar to Instagram. You could say select a filter here, and you can see that changes the image. So then also red eye removal and cropping, so that is a quite cool feature. And then of course you have the share button and the delete button. Next up is the Camera app. Now it is similar to the Photo app. It has all these filters, 9 filters there. So you have mono, tonal, noir, fade, none, chrome, process, transfer and instant. Then to change from photo to video, you can simply scroll and you can see there's video, photo, square. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. That is interesting. I'm not positive. I think it might be because square photos are used in Instagram, but I don't know why they've added square. And then of course the trademark panorama, and then you can easily go back to your photos by clicking there. Now if you go up to auto, then here you can turn on and off the flash, and then you can tap up here to turn HDR off or on, and then rotate, and you can see me here behind my camera. Okay, so next app up is the weather application. So the styling has definitely improved a lot, and if you remember a while ago on the channel I did a review of the Yahoo weather app. It is extremely similar to that. So it has this really nice design with the moving clouds in the background. I don't know if you can see that, and you can scroll between. So this is where my location is, and then I have London, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, which is where my location actually is, and Strathcarron and Kenneswood. Okay, you probably don't know where that is. So you can just scroll along here to see the predicted weather over the next few days, and then here you have the days, and here I think is the time. So that is definitely a nice design change. Now we have Apple Maps. So I'm not going to allow that. So basically it's just a kind of normally designed map, so you could say, with a compass in the top corner. Then you can get directions by clicking here. You can search for an address or go into your favorites or history, I think. So here is to turn on and off your location, so you can see mine is there. Then you have 3D mode, which doesn't really work too well on this setting, but if I go onto satellite, I believe, there you can see it should look slightly more 3D, and you can spin it round and things like that, though Apple Maps has certainly had a lot of stick from people who use Google, and in a lot of smaller places like where I live, the 3D function really does not work very well. Okay, so next up is the Contacts app. So you can see here it just lists the names with the alphabet at the side. You can reload there, and you can easily add a new contact by clicking the plus sign. I'm not going to really show you too much into my contacts. Next up is Passbook, so you can see this is the one where here is my sub card thing. So if you want to give me free sub card points, please just scan this code. So you can go onto information and you can see that there, and then the share button, and you can scan QR codes down here at the bottom. Just simply press scan code, and then you can scan your QR codes and that will take it into your Passbook. Next up is notes. So here you can see the notes. If I just start a new note here now, I'm going to try to do this. I'm not really sure if you will be able to see this, but if I just bring it up close, you might be able to slightly see there. The texture on the screen is extremely similar to the texture on paper. I didn't really get that across too well there, but the white texture in the background has a kind of bumpy texture, which does look really cool. And then you can of course just type here, and it's just your general notes app. There is nothing really big there. Then if I go into settings, you can see this very minimalist white design, but everything is laid out in the same kind of places as in iOS 6. So you can just see you have of course airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile, personal hotspot and carrier in the top section, then notification center, control center and do not disturb, and then all your other stuff down here. So it's just a kind of design change in that app. Everything else is the same as in iOS 6. Now for the clock app. Now this is something I didn't actually show, I don't think, in my walkthrough or favorite features, but if I just zoom in here and focus on that clock app, look at the second hand. The clock app, the app logo or whatever thumbnail is actually in real time. So that is the time there. So that is saying 5 past 12, and then if we look at the top of the screen, it is 12:04. So that is a cool feature. The app icon is actually a real-time clock. And then if we go into this app, then you can see it gives us our London, New York and Seattle. And then you can add new cities by going up here and either selecting them or searching for them. And at the bottom you can go along to alarm. You can add a new alarm, put in the time here, and then you can choose if it repeats the sound, and if you have snooze. Then you have stopwatch, which is the same as on iOS 6 but simply a different design. And it's just set off my alarm even though I didn't have one. Okay. So I must have set that there by accident. Then we have our timer, which is, I suppose, if you're cooking, so you can set hours, minutes, you can do start, pause, and of course the ringtone. So I'll just go off that, and now we have the stocks app. Now personally I don't really use this, but you can monitor here your stocks if you have any, if they've gone up or down, and then you have a graph, some news, and you can flick along at the bottom, and then you can go onto Yahoo or click here to add new stocks to your list. Next up is the reminders app. Now this is fairly similar to the calendars app, so you can add a new reminder here. You can put in the name, you can choose a color for it, then you can do done. I'll just click done there, and then you can go to your scheduled ones. Didn't mean to do that. And yep, that's just basically pretty similar to the calendar app. Next up is music. So yep, as you can see here, it is again the same as the app on iOS 6. All your music will just come across, and yep, it's the same kind of style there. I don't actually use music on my phone, I only really listen to it on my iPod. Next up is Compass, again another app I don't really use, so to calibrate it you have to twist it in a circle here. I'll just quickly do this for you. Compass apps, why is this not loading? Yep, here we have the compass, so you can see you can tilt it around and it gives you your degrees, and then north, south, east, west. And here is another design of the compass, which I don't think I've actually seen. So this is kind of weird. That gives you your degrees when you tilt it, and then they move apart when you tilt it like that. I don't really know what this part is for, but yeah, if you need a compass on your phone, then this is certainly better than a third-party app. We now have newsstand, again something I don't use, so this is where you can store things like magazines. So you can simply go to the store, download a magazine, and it will appear in your shelf. Next we have calculator, so we of course have this sleek design. Now if you tilt it on your side, it gives you the scientific calculator where you can do more trigonometry and stuff like that if you need that. So yep, that is a well designed thing. You can't really go too far wrong on a calculator. Next up is videos. So here is the videos kind of layout. Again, not an app that really does that much special, it just houses your videos. Then we have iTunes Store. Again, doesn't really do too much, it will just be slight design changes, and for some reason I cannot connect to the iTunes Store right now, so I won't be able to show you that. FaceTime, so you can see you can just flick through here between contacts and favorites, and yep, I'm not really going to show you me FaceTiming someone at the moment. Then we have voice memos, which is where you can make a voice memo by recording your voice. So you simply press that, and now I am recording, and then I will just play that back for you. So I'll click done. Okay, new recording 3, play. That, and now I am recording. Okay, so you can see there that just simply recorded my voice, and then you can save that. And last but not least, if I can click on it, is the Mail app. So again, okay, it is a very similar setup, if you can see that there, to the old Mail app. You have your accounts and then your mailboxes, so you can go all inboxes, you can choose them, and then if you go into edit, then you can choose other things that you want. So for example, if I wanted to put my trash emails in that list, you can see trash appears, and then if I go down and unselect that, then trash is gone from the list. Actually, I said last but not least, but we do also have Game Center. So it has probably been one of the biggest design change. It's gone from that green book to yep, this new design. So if you want to add me here, you can. I don't really use Game Center that much, but yep, you can see that design there of Game Center. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you an insight of iOS 7, and if you will look into getting that when the update comes out. So that is my brief walkover and just tour of the stock apps in iOS 7 Beta 4. Now just keep in mind some changes may occur here. This may not be the final version, though Beta 4 should be pretty close to what they come out with on the public version of iOS 7. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and of course subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or email me at the address in the description. Thank you very much for watching. See you.